things haven't quite gone to plan.
This has got to be one of the crazier and more uncomfortable camps.
Are you bringing that ball with you? I'm not sure why. I'm hoping I might throw it for you. Come on in. Alright, come on, crazy girl. Let's go. This way. Right, let's go. As you can probably tell, it's a beautiful, moody autumn day. The clouds are really low in the sky. It's raining. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's that in the middle kind of weather between summer and winter here in New Zealand. It's not really cold, but it's definitely not warm. Usually I don't have a lot of time available for my overnight camps, but today Indi and I have all the time in the world. We are taking our time on this trip. We want to enjoy the beautiful autumn day, the gorgeous rain, and we're going to take our time and find a lovely place to camp. We're also not in a hurry tomorrow morning, so it's going to be lovely and relaxing. This trip is all about just taking time for ourselves, for Indi and for I, to relax, to enjoy what nature has to offer. It doesn't always have to be sunny with beautiful views into the distance of the mountains. It can be the view of a mushroom. Don't know if you can see it down there. It can be the raindrops falling off the trees. It doesn't even have to be native forest. This area that we're walking through for the first hour or so, we're going to be walking through an exotic forest of pine trees, and then it makes its way into native forest. Oh boy, to say that it's raining is an understatement. Oh my gosh, it's pouring. It's absolutely pouring down. And I don't even know if you can hear me because I'm tucked away in this hood. My clothes are completely drenched. I can feel the rain trickling in under my raincoat. Just heard some thunder. This is so magical. It's like a magical forest, but there is a lot of water. This is what I'm trying to walk through at the moment. I'm sure you heard that. Thunder. Very distinct thunder. This way. This way, Pop. Come this way. Well, we've been going for a while. Hello. Sounds like the storm's right over the top of us. Fortunately, Indy's not too worried about it. She's not really a dog that gets too worried about thunder and lightning. So we've been going for a while, and I have to say, it's an understatement when I say I would really, really like to find somewhere to camp. I am so drenched. This is a cute little spot. Unfortunately though, I think it's too close to the river. I mean, the river is in flood and it's right there. The path is flooding and it's right there. I just think it's a little too dicey. Let's keep going. So when I look on the map, the path skirts along the river for quite a long time before it does a couple of bends. And as I've mentioned before, when you're navigating in the mountains by a river, often areas where the river bends can be possible places for camping. You tend to get a bit of flat area around there and a little bit of open vegetation, unlike this bit here, which as you can see is just rock coming straight down to the river. This way. As you can hear, the thunder and lightning is right above us. Now we're not nearly the tallest thing in this area, but whoa, tell you what, that's slippery. But all the same, I'm not wanting to come out from under this tree cover. We're coming up to an area that's a bit flat and alongside the river. Now if that is not a good camping spot, I am going to turn back and go back to that open area that we saw quite early on into the walk, just after the park boundary. But I don't want to set up camp there until the lightning and thunder are over. So what we might need to do is just set up the tarp temporarily for a bit of rain protection. Maybe have a brew. Make up a nice hot coffee. raise the spirits, wait for the storm to pass, and then go and set up camp. Let's see how we go. Unfortunately, the flat area that I was hoping for is down alongside the river, and we have now followed the path up really high, so not sure what our chances will be. There are a lot of slips around here, as you can see down there, so we really do need to respect where the path is taking us, otherwise it could be really dangerous. Speaking of which, this is very steep, so I'm going to put my phone away. Oh, this trip is turning out to be a bit more gnarly than I thought. Don't get me wrong though, I'm feeling very bright. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. To me, this is everything that being in the outdoors is about. As long as I have a pack full of dry clothes, a shelter, delicious food, and the company of a dog, what more could you want? This is fabulous. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Okay, so things haven't quite gone to plan. When things don't quite go to plan, sometimes a coffee helps. And just putting up some shelter, getting out of the rain, warming up a little bit, and just rethinking things. The storm's passed, so we've still got rain, but the lightning and thunder have passed, which is really good. So I haven't been able to find a camping spot. This little spot here is on the side of a hill. There's no way I could put a tent up here. It's right alongside a really noisy river, as you would have heard before, and I've switched over to the wireless microphone to try and reduce the river noise for you. So this is not a suitable place to camp, and I don't think there's going to be anything else along this part of the river. I can see drops of rain landing right on the camera lenses. I'm so sorry. So what I'm going to do is just take some time to warm up with my coffee. And then I'm going to pack everything back into the pack, which is a bit of a faff, to be honest, especially because my tarp will be wet. I'm going to have to carefully fold it in on itself. And then I'm going to make my way back in the direction that I came to, that first open area, and see what we can find there. The grass was really thick, don't know if you noticed, and it was really, really boggy, so I'm going to have to go a little bit up towards the sides and see if I can find some area that's a little bit raised. Fingers crossed we find something. Indy's looking forward to a nice dry camp. I've got a towel to dry her off with when we get there. Hey, and she loves to snuggle up on her air mattress in the tent or out the front of the tent under the tarp. So we will get that sorted for you soon. I don't think I'm going to film on the way back because you've already seen everything. So I tell you what, I'm going to say goodbye to you now. I'm going to enjoy my coffee, pack everything back up, and I will see you back at the campsite. See you soon. You looking forward to your dinner?
Oh yeah. You're looking forward to getting dry? And where did... Oh, your ball. We could probably do some ball throws when we get there. Hey? Hey?
Now the great irony, of course, is that after walking all the way up the valley in the pouring rain, lightning and thunder, I'm now going to be setting up camp without any rain, which is quite nice actually. It means I'm not in a massive flap and hurry to get the tarp and the tent up. There's likely to be more rain coming, but it's not going to be as heavy as it was before, which is probably just as well, because that was a pretty massive dump. Okay, here we are. Remember this? I like the look of that spot on the other side of the river. What do you say we cross it? Nope. Definitely not. Not a good idea. Look at that. I think the bank's actually cut away here, so I'm not going to come too close, but that river is really up in flood. So what was a fairly manageable river that you would cross in dry conditions, you wouldn't cross today. So there's a tiny area here that's moderately flat. I definitely wouldn't say it's flat. Not by any stretch of the imagination, but I think if I could put the tent such that I can just get my mat over there, I think we'll be okay. All right. There are rain clouds in the sky, but it's not raining right now, so I'm going to take the opportunity to take my raincoat off. Where can I put it? One of the things that's going to be a problem with this area that we're going to have to watch out for is the grass is really thick, which means if I drop something small, I'm not going to be able to find it. So I'm going to have to be very, very careful about what I put down. Okay, first things first is getting the tarp up, isn't it? Oh, look at you. You've got all sorts of prickles in you. You've been having so much fun. And I think you're going to want your dinner soon, aren't you, darling? Oh, you're full of prickles. Okay. First things first, we'll get the tarp and the tent up. Then into dry clothes and then dinner for you.
All right, does that feel better? Hey, does it feel better? Gonna do a big shake? Shake? Indy, shake? Shake? Okay then, don't shake. Just don't shake when you get in the tent. Right, do you want to go lie down? Oh, you want your dinner. You want your dinner. Oh yeah, there you go, shake. Okay, let's get you some dinner. You look hungry. Okay, off you go. Indy's not the only one that's hungry. I'm getting hungry as well. I've got a lovely piece of salmon for dinner. I've got baby potatoes that I'm going to boil up, and then I'm going to fry them once they're partly cooked with some onion and some garlic. And then I have a piece of smoked salmon to go with them, and a courgette that I think I'm going to grate into ribbons and just have alongside that. I've got some soy sauce and some wasabi that I've mixed together, and a bit of salt and pepper. And that is sounding amazing. And also I have some red wine. And I think after that crazy walk in with all that rain, I still have sopping soggy socks that I haven't changed out of yet, because there's no point, not until I probably get into the tent, to be honest. Otherwise they're just going to get wet, because my boots are wet, the ground is wet. That's why I'm just walking around in socks. I mean, I might as well. The ground is soft and yeah, the ground is soft. Whether I have boots on or not, my feet are soggy. Okay, time to put the tarp up and just make sure that we've got that cover just in case it rains, and then I'm going to start dinner. Is it getting wet? You want to come and lie down? Come and lie down if you want. There we go. That's good. Just going to get these guy lines on. I need to work out a better system, because they are always tangled up. All right, the potatoes look like they're done. So I think we better turn this down a little bit. quite a lot. I'm going to turn the temperature down quite a lot. Olive oil. Despite my best attempts at improving my lighting, it has not worked. I'm going to add the potatoes. The last thing to add is this wasabi and soy sauce mix. And somewhere I have a little bit of salt and pepper. Well, there you go, everybody. There you have it. Smoked salmon with baby potatoes, onion, garlic and courgette. This has got to be one of the crazier and more uncomfortable camps that I have had. But I won't forget it. I won't forget it in a hurry. And I have to say, this dinner is incredible. It is so nice. It's like a restaurant meal in the most unlikely surroundings. I feel so grateful, so lucky, and so happy. Right, coffee time. Coffee time, hooray. This water's been boiling for a while, so I think I'll turn that off. I think the water that came off the tarp last night, I caught it so I didn't have to go down to the river to collect water. It came off the tarp, and the tarp is really clean because it's, I mean, honestly, it was pouring down. The tarp is really clean, but all the same, I thought I'd better give it a good boil. So my little delicacy for camping is some cream for my coffee, and the rest of that will go on my porridge. I've got porridge with cinnamon, brown sugar and banana. Oh, that's beautiful. So in a moment I'm going to take you down to the river and we'll go and see what that's looking like. Go for a little early morning wander. But other than that, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the view. And enjoy this puppy dog. Hi, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. People often ask me what it's like to share a tent with a dog. Indi is a really solid sleeper, aren't you? She just kind of cozies up next to you and she sleeps solidly all night. At one point I woke up and sat up because it was just so noisy, and she got up as though it was morning time and had a bit of a shake and was ready to go, and I just said, no, back to sleep. She went straight back down to sleep. She's a good girl. Have you still got that ball? Give. You want to throw it for you? Okay. This looks amazing. Very decadent breakfast. Oh, that's delicious. Yum. Yum, yum. This has been a crazy camp, I have to say. It's the first time I've been walking in lightning and thunder, pouring rain, with no idea where I was going to camp. it turned out well. It was a really enjoyable camp. There's a few things I've learned, like don't forget to bring the charger for the iPhone. Don't forget to bring the, I keep wanting to call it a sieve, strainer for the coffee. And maybe next time go somewhere where I know where I'm going and I can be really confident of where I'm going to be pitching my tent, so that I can get there nice and early, set up and have the whole afternoon to relax. Because that was the idea with this one. I thought I'm going to have quite a lot of time to relax, but in New Zealand we've got something called daylight saving, which you might have where you are as well, but our daylight saving hours have finished now for the year, and that means that it's getting darker a lot earlier with winter approaching. So by about 5:30 last night it was actually getting pretty dark, and I think I only arrived here at this spot at about 4:30, so not ideal for setting up and relaxing. So next time, although I already have the next trip planned, and watch this space. If you want to see it, you want to subscribe so that you know when the next video comes out. So don't forget, at the end of this video, click the subscribe button, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and that way you know when things are released. But the next trip that I'm planning is actually up high, so we're going to go on a alpine mountain camp, Indi and I, and I've managed to find a place where I can take her, because I usually can't take her into the national parks. There is this little forest park which she is allowed to go to that is wedged between two national parks and has some lovely alpine areas, some tarns, mountain lakes, and so Indi and I are heading up there. So keep your eyes peeled for that video. Unfortunately with that one, like this one, I have got an idea of where I'm going to camp, but no idea if it's going to work out. And from the very few reviews that I could find, the only thing anyone said about tenting up in this spot was that although it looks flat, it's really hard to find a flat place to pitch a tent. So we may have a repeat. We may have a repeat of this. If you enjoyed this video, you will probably enjoy the video that I'm going to link at the end of this video, which is another one in a valley that's just along from here, a few kilometers away. Another one in the rain with Indi and I. So check that one out if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for coming along with Indi and I. We really appreciate you guys watching, we really appreciate you subscribing, and it really helps us if you would click the like button. We're a new channel and all the support helps. Thanks so much you guys, thanks for coming along, and we will see you on the next trip. Till next time.